Hello, Next community. I was hoping someone may be able to help me on this, as I'm kind of a newbie when it comes to the developing side. um, so I'm working on this WestCap logo. I figured out how to do wallpaper using Toy Viewer. You have a choice. You can do brick, and it puts the logo in the back. And what I want to do is create my own screensaver, right? And so what I've done here is, let's see if I can jump into, I'm running previous on my Mac Mini. And so I've got the NeXTstep and OpenStep user installed with the Y2K patches. And then under developer, it has examples. Then you go to AppKit. Then you go to backspace views. And then there's a way that you can actually make screensavers, right? So there's backspace views, and then there's, how to with all of the code here. And it's kind of interesting. So all the stuff you see bounce around, and he's got a pretty good explanation on how to do it all. And so, it's got, you can make your own screensavers, which is kind of fun, So I thought on my birthday here, 61, I made it another trip around the sun. So it says to basically run what I'm assuming when they say shell is launching terminal app down here, right? And then running make install. And in this case, it says if you want to install it in the local apps directory, you just run it. But it says don't know how to make an install. That's right. I don't know how. I was counting on the computer. So what it was going to do, if I go back over here but I will learn with y'all's help. So under local apps, you're going to see, let's get into the right section. I believe it's, backspace apps. Maybe that's it. I don't have that directory set up. Oh my God. Oh, it's got to be local library. I'm sorry. I probably should have my tripod set up there. But you see where it says backspace views? So what it does is it should compile it because all of the code's there. And for example, this fireworks view, if you go in here, supposedly when you run, it says it right here, you run the make install, and it says it's supposed to put the fireworks view extension on it, the nib file, and, then you'll have fireworks for a screensaver. But I've tried that, and then it says, cannot make. So I'm wondering if I'm lacking something. I'm assuming it's looking for like a C compiler or something. Sorry, my mouse is going haywire here. Trying to do too many things at once. So if anybody can enlighten me, I believe I have all the tools installed. And if we go to NeXT Developer, let me go back down here. Sorry, I'm winging this as usual. But I thought once I get a handle on it, it'd make a neat demo. So this is, I guess, part one, where the newbie, let's put this back over here. I made a mess of it, didn't I? And so you've got all your apps here, right? So those are all your Next apps that are installed. And then you've got all the demos. So these are demos created from those apps. And, of course, there's the Backspace app. So when you launch Backspace here, it gives you can do a screensaver, right? So you go to do screensaver. And so let's go to settings. And then you can pick your screensaver. And a lot of them just crash. that are in here, and I think they're just people's, it says cannot dynamically load class. So I think, I've loaded a bunch of these on there that were people that probably got to where I'm at and couldn't figure out how to get it to load. But when you have a working one, for example, here's space 2, where somebody has done this, created a screensaver, and you do space 2, and then you get that, right? So I want to do something like that, man. And it seems like we should be able to. A lot of these that are in here seem like they're unfinished projects that were started by somebody and they didn't finish them, probably because they couldn't figure out how to get the compile to go. So they give you all the tools, all the templates, and then you basically just need to input which TIFFs you want to use. So I found examples like the bouncing ball. If we go back, let's see, is it called Boink Out? Yeah, we'll try Boink Out and see if that'll launch. Oh, no, that's a game, sorry. Okay, so we go back to backspace. Getting loopy here. And we go to, where is the bouncing ball? Oh, man, come on. What do they call it? Let's try all. Well, all I think will just do everything. So there's, what's Boink? Screensaver, Boink. There we go. So there's the Boink ball. So it's jumping around, boinking. But it's stored like this, which is interesting. So I'm assuming you maybe store the same object as a bunch of different balls, and maybe it... We got balls! So let's go. I was trying to copy it and see if I could just make a test one and then compile it. But this, I think, is the actual one. And then, then you just run the code, and then you got screensaver magnificence. So, why, when I run make, is it saying that it can't make? When I'm doing it, I think from the correct directory. So, when it says to open the shell, I go here into the backspace, right? And I'm assuming you just have to be in this directory. And then there's something that you need to click in here in order for the shell to link to this. That's where I'm confused. So I'm sure some of you developers are out there, and they'll just be able to say, dude, you're an idiot. You just need to do this. But I've kind of gone through all these different files, and I don't see anything that stands out. I mean, you can go into the help section here, right? And kind of look through the different directions, but it doesn't pinpoint how I just do a shell from terminal and get it to be seen. You just launch the terminal. So if you do make install, it's going to say that it doesn't know how to make the install. All right, well, somebody out there will know. Gilles, looking at you, man. You're supposed to be the ace. Talk to me. Have a good one. No pressure.